What's up, everybody on YouTube land? My name is Steven Sanchez. If you're watching me for the first time, thank you for dropping in. I'm going to be illustrating a little Avengers piece here in pencils, and I'm going to put it in my shop. It'll be right below. See? The tag will be right there, and it'll be all fine and dandy. I did not just say that. Let's get drawing. Okay, so what I'm going to do right here is I'm going to do the layout for anybody who's new to drawing. I'm going to try to figure out, I haven't done a thumbnail. I could do thumbnails, but I won't. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to draw Thanos right up here, right? Because I have a general idea. And so as a thumbnail on the actual page, I'm going to leave a nice about inch apart from the edges. Because sometimes when you sell these things, sometimes people like to, they like to frame it. So I want to draw Thanos there, and I'm going to draw a smaller version over here of Captain America. And probably have his shield right here. Kind of go that old school route. And over here, I can't draw Iron Man. Well, no, Iron Man still is still in the movie. Oh, delightful. But this may be somebody else. Hang on a second. And I like to draw the Wakanda girl over here. I forget her name. The one who plays Michonne in Walking Dead. Thought she was pretty badass in this as well. So I'm gonna give that. I think she has a staff. I'm not sure. I have to check out the reference, but it will be done. All right, so for anybody looking at this and wondering what the heck is he illustrating, I'm like, give it a second. It's a mishmash at the moment, but it's going to look like a complete fun. As soon as I figure out who the heck this is, and I have to illustrate. Oh, you know what? Black Widow. Black Widow. So we'll add Black Widow over here. It's a windy day. And she's feeling a little perky. So we'll have that set, and she'll have her gun over here. Boom, 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 boom. There we go. Nice stick figure. Have some fun with it. And I'm thinking Thanos could be just a little bit higher. This is the only problem with drawing in this traditional format. I'm so used to drawing on the iPad that I tend to miss it sometimes. All right, cool. So we have something like this. Nice big brooding neck. And we have the neck over here. And my man from Guardians of the Galaxy. You know what? I'm going to keep it super simple because we already have 4 characters and then we're already jumping to the 6th. Even though that's a headshot. So we're going to keep it super simple. And now I'm going to get into the layout part of it. Which, if I'm lucky, this shouldn't take me too long. And we're going to draw the shoulder here for Captain America. Funky. All right. So it's going to look like complete garbage. But we'll formulate into something almost palatable. And this is how I draw. And a Scribble Technique. If anybody has picked up the book, How to Draw Comics the Marvel Way, this was one of the techniques spoken about. And when I was learning how to draw, it was one of those like really? Scribbling? That doesn't make sense to me. And for some odd reason, I've grown so attached to it. Because it's sort of like it's like you're feeling the shapes right onto the page. And I don't know how to really explain it, but to say that in my head, I see this in a 3D form. And by scribbling, it really aids in getting out that 3D look. By feeling the page. I guess kind of like Braille. All right, so I got this. Then we have his shoulder over here. And I got this over here. And my man's ready to fat. All right, so we have the shield right around here. And the face is very important because you want to capture that essence of Steve Rogers. And I think he has a beard now because he's rocking that Thor look. I'm not going to make him too beardy, but just beardy enough. Right? All right. So once I start the face, it really starts to take off. And it all starts with the eyes. All right. So I'll draw these a little bit. This is where the most time is taken, is on the eyes and the face structure. It'll get better. For some odd reason, I really don't like to add the pupils right until the end, because I feel I'm either wasting time or because I know I'm going to probably end up changing the eyes. Like right now, I'll add it so I get a nice gestured feel as to where I'm going with it. And he's got his mask on because he's about to fight. He's about to take this to the next level. And put the little wings. Still kind of going with like a traditional route, I guess. I'm not sure yet. I'm gonna add some of the padding that he gets and clean up some of the stuff right there. So now it's gonna start to really formulate, because as you can see, I'm already erasing a big chunk, and at this point I'm starting to think these are the solid lines I want in the image, and the lines I'm going to be focusing on, like that. So now his face, when I start erasing all this insanity, I'll come, and once again, I'm using actually, I don't believe I even stated what I was using. I'm using a Graph Gear 1000 from Pentel. It's a 0.9 HB lead. And what I'm doing here is now I'm starting to tightly focus on his eyes. Once again, this is the part where you kind of have to take your time because you don't want to really rush the face. Those little nuances, those ciphers and of wrinkles and cracks all formulate to give you a nice, I guess, cadence of the character. I want to give him a big conquistador mustache, so I got to take it easy there. There we go. Which reminds me, because there's a Thor piece that I was commissioned to do a few years back that I have to wrap up. I just want to get that on video as well. So I want to make sure that my artistic skills are up, because it's a challenging image, and this reminded me of it. So I'm gonna give a little thing there. His ear is hidden. And I just kind of do my own design for his little flag thing over here, for his little wings. I wonder if Captain America drank a lot of Red Bull. Get it? Get it? Stop. All right. Boom. 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 All right. So it looks a little haunchy. We're going to fix that. I'll take that out. And we're going to build. There it is. Okay, that's why he was looking haunchy. Haunchy. So I need his clavicle. Then I have gone so high up. And then I'm going to pop his shoulder and his tricep right back here. And now we build this. We can build them. We can make them better. I wonder if the $6 Million Man was influenced by Captain America. Because it kind of feels like it's a part of that same connection. I mean, they can connect it like that if they wanted to. Like he was in the Captain America program. Oh, yeah. All right, so we have something like this. And the final won't look like that. It always changes. Because I'm not a perfectionist. I don't even like to say the word perfectionist because I don't believe in that word. But I like to tighten it up just a bit. Just a wee bit. All right. I put a circle here just so I know where his shoulders will lie. And we are working on... The boy's meaty. He's juicy. All right, so we got that. Bring this up. I gotta fix his eyes. It's been a while since I've seen Captain America, so I'm kind of on the fence with the hell he looks like. Put a starfish up here. It's Patrick from SpongeBob. Just chilling on his forehead. Boom. Now a little bit of the back delts because my man likes to do those exercises for the back. I forget what they're called. All right, so we have a nice setup for Captain America's look. And we have that look right here. Flip them around, make sure everything's looking dope. Chicken dope. All right, so we have that, and then I bought a brand new stencil, so I get to use it on this piece. Yay! All right, so all of that is gonna get erased. So I'll lightly erase it, get it out of the way, and just got a general, that's the red, and there's a white, and then I think there's a red thing here with the big old star. All right, I'll double check the reference. I just don't like to not have a reference. All right, so we have Captain America laid out. Only took about 13 minutes. So, let me add a couple of straps before I time it at 13, because it's not 13 minutes. Got his chesticles in there. Boom, boom. There we go. Because he has all this gear in his chest, and he has all this extra stuff in here. So we're going to go with like that. And over here. Yeah, looks dope. Okay. So now my man is done. Just want to have fun rocking this out. Not taking too much time, but at the same time, taking my time. Because enemy is time. Shut up, Sanchez. Yes. All right, so now we're doing the eyes of Thanos. A little shadow work here. He has a big midsection here, a slight crinklage. I give him a little bit of a grimace down here. All right, so big old chin. Pop his side of his head out. Boom. Boom, boom. All right. So it's a light rough. I'm going to make them nice and thick. Thick and rich. Like a milkshake should. All right, so we got that right there. And then we got this right here. Kind of reminds me of Ram Man from He-Man, Masters of the Universe. Masters. And then I'm going to find a center point and round it off around that point. Why do it upside down? I don't know. It just works. Stop asking so many questions. All right, so we have that. See how that looks? Delicious. All right. So now, cross it this way, cross it this way. Make sure that everything is as aligned as humanly possible, even though a little bit of unalignment is fine, but not to the point where it's just too much. I believe you have something like this. Like this. All right, cool. Then we'll just increase the ear design. There we go. And his neck muscles come out. Like so. All right, cool. So then these two will cross in. So as you can see, we already have 17 minutes in. We have a pretty tight layout of Captain America, a little bit of Thanos over here. Trying to get this design going. A little bit of a lump on those edges. Actually on this side, not this side. Kind of gives him a little crocodile-esque look to him. All right, that looks like it's working. And then he has his outfit, wherever that is. And then all this is shadow work. And we'll give him a nice little shade in there. Kaboom. A little shadow here for his jawline. Boom. And then over here, we have my girl, the badass warrior. And I don't know her outfit. I have to go back and watch the movie. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to reference the flick. And I'll do a nice little edit, cut. That way. All right. And just the scribbles, just so I can get a point of reference. And her head, her ears are way in the back over here. There we go. Got a little bit more forehead. Open up the back. Those nice juicy lips. I don't want to make her smiling because that's not a good situation there. All right. So we got this. And we have her chest and her gear, her battle gear stuff. All right. So she's going to be badass. All right. So I think she has a, I guess it's like a tech staff or something like that. So I'll be able to mess with that. Give me me a second. Just erase this. There we go. I have to do all this insanity so I don't screw up the proportions or anything like that. All right. It goes like this. All right, that looks cool, cool. So now I just do a little bit of cleanup. Alignment of the eyes, her nose, her lips. Okay, cool. So we have her there, and then over here on this side, we're gonna draw this chica with her hair in the wind. She's over here, she's looking at. I have to draw it a little bit smaller, so I might have to go in here with a 7 after I do this layout. Ears back here. What is going on with her lips? They're all a little piggy nose. She tends to. All right, so we're 22 minutes in, and we're doing good on time. And then over here, I think this is going to be Iron Man and his Mark 5000 outfit. I don't know how many damn outfits the character has already. Then the last one I saw was like Mark 83 or 89, I think it was. Huh. I can leave it open, which I probably will because it makes for the simplicity of it. Yeah, that'll be fine because I can shade off that part. I don't want to add too much insanity with the arms or anything like that. All right, so this is what we have. 23 minutes in. And this is the extent of this. Is it good? Is it bad? Don't know. I got to let it marinate for a little bit, and I'll come back, and then I'll start doing tweaks. And we'll see where we land with all this insanity. Right now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do some referencing, and I'll probably just do a big circle in the back like this, like that, because I have the template. So on my template, I can actually have a nice cool circle like that. Let's show this angle that we can see almost all of it. So now it's just a matter of just putting it all together and tightening up the loose ends. And the stenciling and the, oh, wait a minute. I still have the arm. I'm trying to meet the 25-minute mark on tight layout. And let's get her rack up here. So she's got her rack there. She's got her rack over here. So I know exactly where those racks are. And then this. Then this is at a big boom, boom, boom. There we go. Standardized gun, just a little bit longer. That is. And I don't like the way that looks. Probably closer to the head. All right, so we'll keep it more like that. Oh yeah, that works way better. Little finger here, little hand here. Perfect. All right, cool. That's it. So have the alignment, that way I know exactly where her hand is, because her boobies are going to be here. Her boobies! All right, cool. All right, that's it. It's about, it says 26 minutes in. And there it is. There's the layout. And I believe, I think he has a triangle. I don't know. They changed his design so damn much. I don't know what the hell is what anymore. Look, another movie's coming out. Let's change all of their outfits again. Meanwhile, it was only a month that passes. And who's designing all these outfits? All right, so this is what we have so far. What I'll do is I'll fade out, crossfade or something, and just show what's going on with the second half of this. All right, so let's see. What we have here is a bit of an updated version. I cleaned up Black Widow. I cleaned up an outline of Iron Man, tightened this up a little bit, and fixed the circles. Yay! Okay, so we have his shield, Captain America's shield set. And so now we have a look. I'm watching Avengers with the audio muted just to get a general idea. I'm not trying to draw the exact same outfit because they always change it up, so it doesn't really matter. I am not going to ink this, so I'm just trying to clean up the pencils as best as I can so I can see if I can do some justice with some just regular pencils. I haven't penciled in a very long while. In the sense of tight pencils, that is. Loose pencils, that's on a daily basis because I'm on Patreon. So, okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give Mr. Stark over here a nice little outline. Just to try to kind of keep it as clean as possible. The outfits he wears are constantly evolving. So I'm not trying to just match, you know, what the movie has right now. So I'm just going to have fun with whatever the heck this is. I'll pop this out over here. So it'll be just designing in the aspect of this section. And over here, yeah, I don't know. He had kind of like the design that they're using now for his little chest thing. You know, it has like these little dimples down here, and it's weird. It's like now they're just taking 100% freedom in design. Not saying it's a bad thing. I'm like, yeah, well, I guess. I mean, it's moving so fast in the movie that you don't even really see much. You know, all you're seeing is those colors, and I think that's what they push the most, is that golden and red color, or crimson color, whatever they want to call it. It's the maroon. All right, so we have his chest there, super robot. And so I'm just have a little fun here with the design. Bring that in. Just bring all that stuff in there. All right, so almost done. You can take pieces of characters, you know, quickly do it. As you saw, it took me, 26 minutes to do a layout. You have to remember that's 26 minutes of speediness that has to do with the education brought forward by yourself when you're constantly drawing and spending so many hours and late nights drawing. So that way you know that your time is actually being used wisely when you're spending those late nights drawing. So never feel like you're doing this for no reason. It's like, because one day it does pay off. It's funny because you won't notice it pay off until, you know, somebody's actually paying your rates, and you start noticing, hey, you know, I am worth it. I'm like, yeah, well, you put in all that effort, all that time, you know, all that respect towards your craft, and now it's actually starting to pay off. And watch you, Tino. All right, so we have something like this, and I'll just bring that in like this. Just kind of design it in my own fashion. Just got a general idea. I'm not adding any metallic tones to it at the moment because I'm trying to just keep the focus on the actual shapes. Trying to think and draw at the same time. It's not as easy as I make it seem. Okay. I'm trying to twist that metal part over here. There's a reason why I gotta flip it. It's amazing how when you flip it upside down, it just looks completely different. All right. A lot of erasing, a lot of trial and error, a lot of trying to put this together and make sense out of all of it, and make sure that it's easily done in the sense of screwing up the midsection. I see a lot of artists do this, and it's one of those things where you have to be very aware that you keep that center line right here, like through the head, through the center of his neck, his chest, and his abdominal wall. Because there's artists who just like twist and turn the torso and they don't keep that center line. So the abs are in one spot and then the chest is in another spot. And I see that so much. So you got to be very, very, very aware of that when illustrating. Because, I mean, it looks good, but, you know, you got to sit back and be like, is this aligned right? Because there's something funky. And then it used to happen to me so much in the beginning, and I had to go back and retweak all that stuff. So, you know, center lines are stupidly important. So keep that in mind when illustrating. All right, so we have something like this. And now to add a couple of designs, and then I'll align right here, like this. So it's, as you can see, it's minute, but you can see it once you start throwing in the certain lines, and you're like, oh snap, I see it now. Yeah. Little by little. And robots are more of the easier ones to draw. When I was a kid, it used to be so hard to draw a robot. Now it's like it's the most easiest thing to illustrate. So it's a little wonkiness there because there's so much happening. But I don't want to spend too much time in front of the camera erasing all this stuff. I'll do this off camera. And then I'll get it as close to what I need it as possible. That way I can spend more time. See? So now, I got all this rhetoric in the middle. So you have all this center line, right? Like that. And then you have the center line popping out here. And then this section comes out like that. And you flip it upside down and see if it's correct. And it is. And that is how you technically check yourself. Before you wreck yourself. No, you didn't go there. I did. All right, so there's Iron Man. And I'll add all the little... See, what's going to happen is I'm going to add the metal parts. I'm not doing it now because it's just... It'll just... Yeah. Trust me. Just trust me. Trust me. All right. So then the hair is over here. Pop that over here. Add a little clump of hair on this side. That way it looks like it's like stuff is happening. All right. Cool. And a little bit of a hook there, so the hair, it looks like it's just flowing. Now, we have one more to go. Actually, 1.5. That's just pretty much a head and a hand. So it's all in pieces. You have to see it for what it really is. It's just a couple of pieces put together. And all this will be done with a ruler, but I freehand the heck out of this. You got a nice little thick barrel. And then the hammer. The clip, I'll have to erase that here because I don't want that connecting with the gun. I give a nice little big chunk in the back here. And we'll give that gun a nice... There we go. All right, so we got this, we got that. Erase all this insanity. Because our hand's going to go there anyways, so this is going to all be gone. All right, so now her hand goes here, like that, and then this. So her hand goes here, her finger's going to go here, the trigger's here. We have to increase this longer. And we have the gun. It's pretty big. It's a pretty big gun. And we extend this a little bit more. Extend the hammer. So she's got a pretty big gun in her hands. All right. I had a toy gun for a while, so I think it was a 45, and I would practice drawing it as much as I could. Because at the time I was drawing characters with guns, and I was like, crap, I don't know how to draw a gun. So a lot of it I committed to memory. I'd have to go back and refresh myself on futuristic style guns, especially for her, because I know I don't know exactly what she rocks. Kind of give her old school bands, and then her boobies. Do all this right here, and like that. Cool. So it'll be next to her head. Because I'll utilize my my templates. See that? So I'll just kind of get in here and just like that. See that? Booyah. Then here we'll have like a double stitch. Double stitch, and then the hammer's down here. And then we'll crease this somewhere around here. There we go. Whoops. I'll figure it out. I'm a smart guy. I can do it. All right, so we have this all set up. And what do we have here? Got Avengers playing in the background. Now we got to do Thanos. All right, so, and of course the background, if for anybody who's looking to or has one of these stencils, these things are badass. Get it on Amazon. Put on the black background here. So these things are amazing. It's like $8 or so on Amazon. Pick it up. And remember that it has a different diameter on each side. So this is 7, 6 1/4, and then 7.5 by 3 by 6 3/4, and it just goes all the way down. So there's 2 different sides and diameters. So you're actually getting the perfect circle every time. And it has the center point where you put your pencil in the center, and then you draw the lines, and then you put it back in the center, and then you rotate, and then you connect the lines, because you have these gaps in the middle. So if you're using either the top or the bottom, just slightly rotate and then just fill in those gaps. And that's how you do. That's the situation I had here. I had to fill in the mini gaps, but it works just fine. Then use an eraser and erase all the excess lines that you don't need. And you're good to go. All right. So let me rock this out, and then I'll do the tight pencils, and we're done. So we're looking at 15 minutes at the second half. If anything, I'll probably just edit this bad boy down. So I don't think people want to see me draw the whole thing. Do ya? Do ya? Of course not. So now we have that. Now we're going to erase it like so. Got a big chunk out of this out of the way. I want to do cleanup. Not tight pencils, but cleanup. And this right here helps. I like to use a sheet of paper because she's lightly drawn, and as soon as I already have dirt right here, so I already know it's gonna smudge. So I use a sheet of paper to protect that area. And for Thanos, I'm just gonna rock something new here, some new design. As long as he has a scroll type of look, then he's fine. All right. This would be so awesome to color. I'm actually digging this piece a lot. All right, so we have that. I like these little mini horns. They're not horns, they're just coming out of the helmet. Got a little bit of a lump. Got a lump here. And all this will be in shadow. Like something like this. With the metal bits. Quickly. But not too fast. All right, so we can probably do something like this. All right. So something like that, and then Thanos' eyes are vaguely seen here, and he's, as always, pissed. Him and his damn infinity gauntlet. Infinity. Alright, so we'll add some shadow underneath his eyes. And that's going to be a lot more clear in the final. Then we have a little grimace here. A little bit of the shadow on this side. And just get that going in here. It'll look better than that. Don't worry. Don't worry. No one's worrying. I'd be surprised if anybody got to this point. The whole point of these art videos is pretty much to have you draw alongside with me. So if you're drawing and you know, I'm talking whatever trash I speak, then it's just more fun to do it together. All right, so we're gonna have some shadow work in here. All right, I think that looks pretty decent. I just cleaned up a lot of the insanity that was in there. All right. And get all this out and that out. Okay, that looks good. So the next step would be, since I'm not inking this is just going straight to pencils, and then it's going to go straight into the shop. For anybody who has no idea where the shop is, it's real simple. SketchArtOfSanchez.storenvy.com. And that's where you can pick up this bad boy for a low, low price of $1 billion. Don't have $1 billion? We finance. No, it's going to be in my shop. I don't know the amount yet because I haven't finished it. But it should be at a good price. They tend to go pretty fast, especially the new ones. I have other stuff in my shop if you decide to check them out. I think I still have a Thanos up there. There's some stuff on sale too, so it's worth it. All right, cool. Perfectly balanced. At the balancing part where Thanos is just giving her the knife or the dagger or the pocket knife or whatever the hell that was. All right, so we got that. Some cleanup. I think, well, no, his neck goes in the back. All right. So we got that. That's pretty much it. And then all I got to do now is just do the tight pencils. And then her boobage comes out here. And I got the tech gear for the shoulder pads. I gotta see if she has anything on her head. I'm not sure. All right. Cool. So we have all that stuff. Let's go to the shadows. I'll look at her character reference before I commit to this one. All right, so So we have something like this, and it's almost finalized. So now what I got to do is just tighten up the pencils, and we should be all set. The pencils will take way less time than what this did, and I will finish this bad boy up. The final will be in the shop, and we'll go from there. I tend to do a lot of these, so it does take a little bit more time, but in order to save on time and video and all this stuff and getting stuff uploaded on a daily basis, I'm gonna try to get this piece ready for today or tomorrow. But if you're watching this, then tomorrow may be in the future. I don't know what I'm talking about. Anyways, thanks for watching. Check out patreon.com/SketchArtOfSanchez, SketchArtOfSanchez.com/ you know what? Just check the links below. I'm so tired right now. All right, so check it out and see this one in the shop once I post it. Links will be down below. See you guys next time. Bye.